Then, let us die together.
We have known each other a long time. If you want me to spare you, that can be arranged. Years ago, the whole of Shengjing knew that I, Feng Juji, offered 10,000 pieces of gold to ask for your hand in marriage and failed. You made me the laughingstock of the entire capital for years. Now, you only need to kneel before everyone here and crawl across this bed of nails.
Translated and narrated
This official, I, won't dwell and permit you to enter the city to bury your father.
You are a man of your word, sir.
You keep your promises, and your actions follow your intent.
Okay. I shall kneel.
Wait. Kneeling is not enough. While you kneel, you must declare why you are kneeling. Do not let others think that I am bullying a good person.
All right. The Zai family of the Marquis of Huiyang's estate have been recipients of imperial grace for over a century and upholding the legacy of our ancestors. Yet, the Hu invaders are rampaging and rising in rebellion. Barbarians are massacring, causing our dynasty to lose its heartland, losing the 16 cities of Yanbei, damaging the friendship between our two nations, and inviting disaster upon myself. The Marquis of Huiyang, Zai Boking, died before the rebels were crushed and the invaders defeated. At a time when the nation's fortunes were teetering, derelict in his duties to the very end.
Recovering lost territories and returning them to the old capital.
The traitor's daughter, Zai Yu, stands here to answer for the Zai family's crimes. I only ask, my lord, that you keep in mind the century of loyalty the Zai family has shown, and show mercy by allowing my fathers be brought back to the homeland for burial.
Well. Truly, a daughter of the residents of the Marquis of Huiyang, protector of the state. Every sentence speaks of the Shi family's guilt, yet every word insists on the Shi family's loyalty.
Now, may we enter the city?
You may. Of course you may. Quickly, make way for the eldest daughter of the Shi house. By the way, on the day the Marquis of Huiyang was sentenced, Shi Boking was torn apart by 5 chariots. His Majesty personally ordered me to throw his mangled remains to the wolves to be devoured. There was nothing left of him. I wonder, where exactly did Miss Shi manage to get? What's inside this coffin? Don't go to the trouble of traveling such a long distance, only to mistake someone else for your father, and bring home a hungry ghost. Who would have thought you would truly travel thousands of miles just to collect his corpse? How about this? Be my servant. I will take you to find your father's remains.
You.
If you arrive too late, will be no pieces left.
You are shameless.
Fire the arrows. By the Emperor's oral decree, to be arrogant by relying on imperial power, to defy the imperial edict and plot rebellion, execute all 9 generations of their kin, under the most brutal of punishments. Miss Shi, I have offended you.
Treasonous conspiracy. Then, let us die together. This is the heavens and earth reversed. I have been reborn. What year is this? The residence of the Marquis of Huiyang, protector of the state. Is father still here? The 15th day of the 7th month, the 28th year of Great Sheng. The day father departs for the front. No. Yu Yang is a death trap. There is no return. Father must not go.
The Shi residence.
Boking, you shall lead the elite forces of our Great Sheng. This campaign is to protect our empire and nation, to expel the nomadic tribes. You will surely return in triumph.
The film
Your
was
subject
translated and
will surely
narrated
exhaust
by
all my
M
strength
Media.
to reclaim the 16 prefectures of Yanbei, and shall not fail this mission. Good. We shall send you off.
Father.
An imperial edict. The Shi clan has hoarded arms and abused their power. Defying the imperial will to commit treason, execute the 9 branches of their kin, sentence them to death.
Father. Father, do not leave me behind. Father.
She's here.
She you? Why has she come?
You, why have you come? Hurry and pay your respects to His Majesty.
Father.
Your Majesty, my daughter is young and ignorant. I beg your Majesty to forgive her offense. A bond of father and daughter so deep. It is only fitting that you should come to see him off. Since you are here, so be it. Why are you dressed so thinly? Marquis. Enough. Quickly apologize to His Majesty, and then return home.
Father, Yu Yang is you cannot.
Your Majesty, this subject has one request. Boking. Boking. Why do you act this way?
The
Your
film was
Majesty, I have spent my entire
translated
life in
and
the saddle.
narrated by M Media.
I have only one daughter, Shiyu. Her mother passed away early. All these years, I have raised her myself. This campaign, I pledge my life to the nation. Your subject will not shrink from death. Yet the future of my daughter, Shiyu, weighs upon my heart. Why do you say that? Your daughter is our daughter. You may depart for the campaign with confidence. With us, Shiyu will be safe. You may set your mind at ease. Your Majesty's immense grace. This subject is deeply moved to tears. However, the battlefield is a place of life and death. If this subject should fall in battle.
Father.
What does boking mean? This subject implores your Majesty to grant my daughter a marriage decree. To grant her a sanctuary. I had already guessed that. You have concerns regarding this matter. Therefore, we have already had an imperial decree of marriage drafted. Shiyu. Whom do you have your heart set on? Boking, just have her write down the name of her choice. We shall personally bestow the marriage upon them. Your subject thanks your Majesty for this grace.
Ziyu thanks your Majesty for this grace.
Enough. Since Shiyu is here, you two, father and daughter, should take this time to bid each other a proper farewell.
Father. Father.
You. There is little this father can do for you. I know you have long held affection for His Highness, Prince Jing. Though I have often felt some misgivings about him, fearing he may not be the right man for you. If you are determined to marry him, then so be it.
Father. You cannot go to Yuyan. It is a death
The
trap.
film was translated
This expedition of
and
yours,
narrated
the
by
Emperor
M
never
Media.
intended for you to engage the enemy in battle. He holds a grudge against you, from the wars of old against the Hu people, and has sent you to Yuyan, solely to appease their vengeance. Father, I am speaking the truth. Right now, the Emperor's heart is unfathomable, and there are formidable enemies pressing in from outside. The most urgent priority is that we must find a way to break this deadlock and save ourselves.
You foolish girl. I have served as an official and a general for many years. If I did not understand such simple truths, how could I have stood my ground for so long?
You knew. You knew the truth. Before you left for Yuyan, you knew it was a trap. Then why would you go? Why would you go?
Those who gave me life are my parents and kin. Those who sustain me are the people of this land. With centuries of history and home, and 3,000 li of mountains and rivers, how could I simply hand it all away?
But
Drive out the Hu invaders. To save the suffering people. To honor the mandate of heaven. And to never dare seek ease for myself.
Father, since you know it is a death trap, if you go and do not return,
Then you shall not return. Heaven and earth bear witness to my loyalty. I offer my life to save the nation in its crisis. If I can, from the midst of 10,000 dangers, save our dynasty even a little. I am willing to offer my blood, devote myself to the nation. Soldiers. 30 years of fame are but dust and earth. 8,000 li of travel, clouds and moon. This journey. To reclaim our lost lands, to restore our mountains and rivers. If we do not win, we shall not return. To reclaim our lost lands, to restore our mountains and rivers. To reclaim our lost lands, to restore our mountains and rivers. To reclaim our lost lands, to restore our mountains and rivers.
Father. 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 This journey spans 10,000 li, through fire and war.
The film
May
was
wherever your
translated
iron armor
and
stands,
narrated by Media.
bloodshed and tears be stilled, and a path to survival be opened. Your daughter will never fail your teachings, and shall uphold your legacy. I await your triumphant return.
You. In the days to come, take good care of yourself. I shall strive for the great Sheng, to secure a peaceful world. No tears now. To battle.
Marquis Shi, will you return?
Will return. Chiyu. This time, the outcome will surely be different.
I will go and fetch some clean clothes for you, miss.
Shiyu. I have missed you for so many years. It is time you let me have my way, is it not?
Please, Your Highness, Prince Jin, wait a moment. Our miss will be here shortly.
The film was translated and narrated by Media.
Shiyu. You wretched. You wretched. I will kill you.
I thought you were someone important. So it is you, Magistrate Feng. Long time no see.
You were not affected by the incense?
Our families are mortal enemies. The emperor did this to keep the Zai clan in check. Appointed your father as chancellor. The chancellor's mansion in Chengjing. A den of sycophants and bootlickers, daring to speak of themselves in the same breath as my house of Zai. Who do you think you are, to even dream of laying a hand on me?
Yu. Do you still think you are a noble daughter of a prominent house? Let me tell you, now that your father is dead, you are not even fit to be my servant.
I have yet to settle my scores with you.
If you can crawl across this bed of nails in front of everyone today, I will let bygones be bygones and permit you to enter the city to bury your father. If you dare to touch me, your entire residence of the Marquis Protector of the State will be buried with me. Cruel public opinion. The Son of Heaven is enraged. You would not dare.
I certainly would not have dared before. Unfortunately, the times have changed.
Miss, are you all right?
What is it? Why are you so alarmed? His Highness, Prince Jin. Ziyu pays her respects to your Highness.
Miss Shi, please, there is no need for such formalities.
Your Highness, this is.
We heard a disturbance from the front hall.
The film was translated and narrated
And
by
were compelled to
Media.
intrude upon your chambers. We beg Miss Shi to forgive us.
Many thanks, Your Highness, for your concern. As for the noise, it was likely a servant who was clumsy. I never intended to disturb Your Highness. I hope Your Highness will forgive me.
Is that so?
Since Your Highness has visited so late at night, there must be an urgent matter. Shall we move to the study and discuss it from the beginning?
That is precisely my intention.
Please. Your Highness, invite. Your Highness.
The cities of Yubai have fallen, and the Hu people are sweeping south. Marquis Shi can no longer hold them back. It is only a matter of time before the throne changes hands.
Why would Your Highness say such a thing?
Chiyu. Choose me.
I implore Your Majesty to draw from the National Treasury to transport grain to Yuyang. I beg of you, Your Majesty.
Crown Princess, you should return for now. The Emperor will not see you.
I beg of you, Your Majesty, to transport grain to Yuyang. I beg of you, Your Majesty, to transport grain to Yuyang. I beg of you, Your Majesty, to transport grain to Yuyang.
was translated and narrated by M Media.
How absurd. By what right do you dare come before us to request to marry Shi Yu?
Is it not, father, that you are also worried she might marry the third brother? If I come to ask for her hand, would that not be the perfect solution?
That is not for you to decide.
What the third brother wants, I do not covet. What you are unwilling to give to the third brother, is it so worthless that you would not even grant it to me?
I do not wish for Huijing to marry her. But Huijing himself may not be unwilling. You know as well that they have shared a deep bond since childhood. Furthermore, the Shi clan has a century of foundation, and Shi Yu is the only daughter of the Shi family. Her father holds great power. You wish to marry her. What is your true intention?
That was in the past.
What is it you know?
Nothing. I must marry Shi Yu. I ask for your imperial approval, father.
I will never allow Huijing to marry Shi Yu. Nor will I permit you to marry her. As long as the blood of the Zhao family flows in your veins, the royal family of Great Sheng, absolutely no one is permitted to marry a woman of the Shi family.
Then what if I were to bleed dry?
What do you mean by that?
If I were to drain the blood from my own body, would you then grant me permission to marry Shi Yu?
You are truly insane.
I ask that you calm your anger, father.
The film
Your
was
son seeks to marry Shi Yu,
translated
and this heart
by
shall
M
not change.
Media.
You cannot even leave that wheelchair behind. Even if you were to marry Shi Yu and obtain the influence of the Shi family, what could you possibly achieve? I tell you, the world will not tolerate a new emperor who is physically broken. There are 12,000 steps from the Hall of Diligent Governance to the Ancestral Temple. You shall kneel every 3 steps and kowtow every 9. Leave a trail of blood until you reach the ancestral tablets. If the incense has not yet burned out, we shall consider granting you Shi Yu.
Okay.
You would do well to think carefully. Kneeling and crawling to the ancestors with bleeding wrists is no different from severing your own path. Besides, you have already ruined one leg. Do you truly wish to ruin the other as well?
I humbly request your majesty to grant me a blade.
Your Highness, give it to him. You. Your Highness, let him go. It will be the perfect chance for the entire palace to see exactly how broken he is.
The royal family of Great Shan. The unworthy descendants of the 16th generation. Zhao Huaiju. Requests to marry Shiyu. May the ancestors grant this favor.
A living, breathing person. How could they just vanish into thin air? My lady, please calm yourself. We have sent everyone we could. But after the young master scaled the wall into the Shi estate, there has been no trace of him. It is as if he vanished into the vast ocean. We cannot find him anywhere. It must be that wretch, Shiyu. What kind of scheme did she use? She must be the one who hid my brother. But why would she hide the young master?
Translated and narrated by M Media.
This plan was flawless. There is no reason for the young master to have failed. But how could a healthy person just disappear? Could something have happened to the young master? Impossible. No matter what, Big Brother will not be taken by Shiyu. It is absolutely impossible. My lady, now that the young master... How are we to answer to the Chancellor? If the Chancellor finds out. I fear that we... Shut your mouth. If you know, we'll have to answer for it. Why are you sending people to search for him? Go. This servant will go at once, at once. Shiyu is to enter the palace today to fulfill the edict. Did the young master succeed or not? No. I must enter the palace myself.
How is it? Your Majesty. The second prince's leg is severely injured. I fear it will be difficult for him to ever fully recover. Get out.
That is His Highness, Prince Jin.
Shiyu. Choose me.
Your humble subject is dull-witted and does not understand what your highness means.
The Emperor is suspicious, and the third prince is cowardly. Only I can accomplish what you desire, Miss Shi.
My affairs. What affairs?
Anything. If it is within your power, do it. And if it is not, I will shatter my body and bones to see it done for you.
Your Highness, that is a nonsensical thing to say. Your Highness is the sovereign, and I am your subject. This world belongs to your Zhao family. What could I possibly have that would make your Highness willing to do it for me even at the cost of your life?
You do not trust me.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
There is but one imperial decree. It concerns my entire life. I implore your Highness not to make things difficult for me.
So, this time, you still wish to marry the Prince Jing?
If your Highness wishes to cooperate with me, that is possible. But you must show some sincerity first.
Sincerity?
I want you to personally go before the throne and ask for my hand. Is such a measure truly necessary? Lu Hua.
I am here.
Go tell His Highness, Prince Jin, to stop kneeling. If he truly persists in this foolishness, then my cooperation with him will have no meaning at all. I will go to the Emperor to petition for the marriage.
Yes.
Lu Hua.
I am here.
Remember to send a physician to him.
Yes. Shiyu? You dare strike me? You wretched, you actually dare to strike me. I shall have the Emperor punish you.
A breach of decorum before the throne. Those 2 slaps were a favor.
I have no patience to argue with you. Tell me, where have you hidden my older brother?
I wondered how Feng Zhuzhou could have found the audacity. It turns out he was incited by a fool like you. Commander Feng. Have you lost your senses from lack of sleep? How would I know the whereabouts of your brother?
Stop playing dumb. Hand over my brother immediately, or you will regret it.
Miss Feng, instead of interrogating me here, you would do well to consider how you will answer to the Prime Minister. After all, Commander Feng is the only heir to you the Chancellor's mansion.
Shiyu. Greetings, Prince Jin. Greetings, Princess. Rise. I heard you have come to the palace. Has the Emperor truly bestowed a marriage upon you? And the third prince?
In reply to the princess, His Majesty has bestowed upon me a marriage to His Highness, Prince Jin.
Second brother?
You said the Emperor bestowed a marriage upon you, and whom?
Reporting to Your Highness, Prince Jin.
And narrated by
It is His Highness, Prince Jin.
Truly Prince Jin? Not Prince Jing?
Yes.
Shiyu. I took you for a clever woman. It seems you are a fool after all.
Silence!
Your Highness. You are hurting me.
Shiyu! You would actually marry that crippled wretch.
The imperial decree cannot be defied.
Shiyu, you truly have opened my eyes. Of all the men in Shengjing, you ignore them all and choose Zhao Huaiju, a crippled man.
Your Highness, mind your words. The marriage was ordered by His Majesty. It is an imperial command. Who am I to question it? Marriage is not a matter of personal desire.
After more than a decade of friendship between us, in your heart, am I worth less than a cripple? Did you not once say you were devoted to me? That you would marry none but me?
Third brother. You are hurting Shiyu.
Your Highness, please show some restraint. Marriage is a matter of great importance. It is determined by the command of one's parents and the words of matchmakers. It is not a trifle to be taken lightly. Moreover, I have always regarded Prince Jing as an elder brother. Where would any such feelings come from?
To raise a snake in one's bosom. You think a few words about brotherly friendship are enough to dismiss me? Shiyu, what do you take me for? Shiyu! I tell you, it has always been me who casts others aside. Since when does it fall to you? If I were to go and report this to the Emperor, you might not get your way.
Third brother.
Enough.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Long live the Emperor.
The marriage was ordained by us. Do you have some objection?
Father, please calm your anger. Your son dares not.
We are not holding a play here. Why are you all crowding about? All of you, leave.
Yes.
Yes.
You, stay behind.
You. There will come a day when you regret this. You will surely regret choosing a cripple.
You
film
fool.
was translated and narrated
Have I
by
been
Media.
spoiling you too much lately? Do you have any idea what kind of place the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State? I avoid it as much as I can. Yet you incited your brother to throw himself into it.
Father, I was wrong. I was truly wrong. I was just momentarily confused. I did not think it would turn out this way.
Enough. Now that only Shiyu is left. A wet behind the ears. Young girl. She can cause no great trouble.
Your brother is on imperial duty. You would not dare to do anything.
If anything were to happen to your brother, I will not spare you.
Yes, I will go and find a way to rescue my brother.
Whether heaven's fortune or the Emperor's favor, all are on my side. Shiyu. The residence of the Marquis Protector of the State is finished. Do not blame me for going with the flow.
Ziyu and His Highness, Prince Jing, are of one heart and mind, and have pledged their troth to each other. I beg your majesty to grant us your blessing, and bestow your favor upon our union. Your Highness, Prince Jin, my father is far away in Yuyang. There is no one in my family. I thank you for coming today to see me off.
Marquis Shi is still in Yuyang. His remains not yet cold. The most pressing matter now is to see Marquis Shi laid to rest. To storm the palace blindly would only serve to infuriate His Majesty. Miss Shi, if you are willing to trust me, we have all the time in the world. The truth behind the Huayang army will surely be brought to light.
Okay. Zhao Huaiju. I will trust you this once.
It has been a long time since I last had this dream.
Your Highness.
What is it?
We have caught someone at the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State. The person was caught just outside the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State. She seemed to be trying to sneak in the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State, so I brought her back. I have not interrogated her yet.
Let go of me. How dare you capture me? I am the daughter of the Prime Minister.
What were you doing at the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State?
Who do you think you are? A lame prince is not held in high regard. Yet you dare to bind me? I will have my father report you to the court.
My patience is limited. I will not ask a third time. What was your intent in seeking out Shiyu?
Why should I tell you? Do not think that because the emperor has bestowed a marriage upon you, you can rely on the power and influence of the Shi family to act arrogantly. The Marquis of Huayang has fallen from power. You are the first.
Silence.
Answer my question.
I was looking for my older brother. I had no intention of harming Shiyu.
Fun juju. Why would he be at the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State?
My guess. He fancies Shiyu. Upon hearing that the emperor had granted you two a marriage, he might have acted on impulse and gone to look for Shiyu.
When you slapped Shiyu at the Canyuan Hall, was that also on impulse? Execute her.
You?
Your
The
Highness,
film was translated
there is one more thing.
and narrated by Media.
Prince Jing, upon being conferred the title of Crown Prince, has already moved into the Eastern Palace.
So rushed?
The Emperor suddenly issued an edict, without any prior signs.
Take this lantern. And send it to the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State, for next month's Lantern Festival. Said Miss Shi was invited to go see the lantern displays.
What about the Eastern Palace?
There's no rush over there. First, send a letter to Miss Shi.
As you command.
Look over there.
Come, take a look. How beautiful.
Indeed. Truly exquisite.
These lanterns are stunning. Let us head over there and see. Slow down, slow down.
The Crown Prince has been newly appointed. The Eastern Palace has a master. Why would Your Highness have the heart to invite me to view lanterns at a time like this?
The Emperor's heart is like a deep pool, impossible to fathom. It is not for the likes of us to influence. Besides, the changing of dynasties and the shifting of power are common occurrences. What is more, it is merely the investiture of a crown prince. Well matched.
Then it was my own short-sightedness that made a mountain out of a molehill.
Fire.
Where is the fire?
The lanterns on West Street have toppled, and the flames have already reached the Chancellor's mansion. Run, quickly.
The Chancellor's mansion.
Assassins.
The film was translated and narrated by Media.
Your leg.
You look like a member of the Chancellor's mansion.
The fire has only just started, yet the Chancellor has already made his move.
It does not seem to be directed at us.
Did you set this fire?
To join forces with Miss Xi, one must offer some sincerity.
Your Highness, I petitioned the Emperor for our marriage. As a sign of my agreement to cooperate with Your Highness. Your Highness need not have done so.
It is not enough. I do not wish to remain huddled in the shadows, stealing glimpses of your joys and sorrows. Nor do I wish to let you walk alone through a mist of blood. I want to walk into the light myself. Chiyu. I wish to turn from darkness to light. I want you to trust me, rely on me, and belong to me.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
Very well. Zhao Huaiju. I will believe you just this once.
That you are so certain there is another truth. Is it that you wish to question the Emperor?
It is merely a delaying tactic.
Your Highness seeks power. I seek survival. It is a win-win for both of us. There is no need for such talk.
It seems Miss Xi does not believe my words. Convinced that I only approached the Marquis's estate to seize power.
What Your Highness seeks is of no importance. What matters is that you are a Zhao, and I am a Zai. On what grounds should I trust you? On the words you just spoke. Or perhaps this fire tonight, at the Chancellor's estate.
On the ledgers from Yuyang and Yanbei. And the peace treaty with the Hu people. Is that enough?
A peace treaty?
Long before the fighting in Yuyang began, the Hu people already had the intention to negotiate peace, but the letter regarding the peace treaty was suppressed by Minister Phong. If we could obtain that official missive, and a truce were declared between our two nations, could Marquis Xi return from Yuyang unscathed?
Truly. No, I have never heard of any such peace proposal. Great Sheng is now hanging by a thread. What reason would Feng Daoyan have to conceal a peace proposal?
This is something that can only be known by consulting the records in Yuyang. The thoughts of the Chancellor.
The world moves for profit, and all things arise from desire. Every action is born of a hidden motive. Forgive my dullness, Zai Yu. If what Your Highness seeks is the throne, then why are you so certain that my father would help you?
That seat. I have already sat upon it. What I mean is, Chiyu. It is me. Zhao Huaiju.
Zhao Huaiju.
Second brother, do not be hasty, though I broke my word first. I will certainly keep my promise to send you to see her. Your leg. You are not.
You promised me. As long as I was willing to take the fall for the military funds case, no matter what, you would spare Shiyu's life.
It was not me. It was the Emperor. The Emperor insisted.
You broke your word. Shiyu is dead. Then all of this has no meaning.
Huaiju.
Your Majesty, you have awakened.
Do you intend to rebel?
It is raining so heavily outside. Your Majesty, do you remember? The night the Empress passed away,
The film was translated and
it rained just like
narrated
this.
by M Media.
She refused the poison then. Yet you also claim she was plotting rebellion. She had her clan behind her, and young children at her knee. She had no choice. A charge of rebellion, such a heavy label, she could not bear it. She had no choice but to die.
Your mother conspired against the imperial heirs and harmed the consorts. She brought it upon herself.
Yuyang City is surrounded by enemy forces at the foot of the city walls, and Marquis Shi refused to surrender, yet you kept insisting that he was rebelling. The rivers and cities were defended by the Shi family. Marquis Shi, unable to let go of the Shi family's reputation for loyalty, could only die by your blade and become a wandering ghost.
Huaiju.
This label of rebel, how many times have you pinned it on others? Only today. You are right. I have truly come to rebel.
Put down the sword. Listen to me. We will pass the throne to you right now. Otherwise you will bear the infamy of regicide and patricide.
At the end of the 33rd year of Dazi, Chiyu insisted on going to Yuyang to save her father. I could neither save the Shi clan from their plight, nor persuade her to cling to life. This sin is mine. That winter, the Shi clan was exterminated, Chiyu was beheaded. Her head severed from her body. Blood stained the lawn street for 10 miles. I lost my love forever. That same year, the crown prince died suddenly, and the late emperor passed away from illness. I colluded with the prefect and the grand commandant to tamper with the imperial edict, to commit regicide and patricide. I usurped the throne. I have no regrets. After I die, there will be great scholars debating about me. But let the world judge. I only wish that in our next life, you and I may share a deep and lasting bond. Enough. I only wish that in our next life, you lives in happiness and health.
This fish scale pattern? Could it be that he too?
As the seed is sown, So the fruit is reaped. The cosmos is reversed.
The film was
Your soul returns to me.
and narrated by M Media.
What exactly is his intention?
Miss, when did you get that birthmark on your neck?
By the way, how is His Highness, Prince Jin, recovering?
The imperial physicians have already attended to him. His Highness Prince Jin's injuries are not life-threatening.
That is good.
Hurry. Hurry. This way. This way, this way. Hurry. Okay. Chancellor, the eldest young master has been found. No. The men we sent to Danjia failed their mission, and they even wounded Prince Jin. No matter, no matter. I am fully aware of Prince Jin's place in His Majesty's heart. He has nothing to fear. The urgent matter at hand is to go to the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State and retrieve the eldest young master. We have searched the entire residence of the Marquis Protector of the State, but not only did we fail to find the eldest young master, even the second young lady has vanished. No. What is going on with her? If not for those crooked, underhanded schemes of hers, how could Yuji have been thwarted by Shiyu and suffered such a humiliating defeat? Chancellor, what is our plan for the current situation? Yuji is my only son. He must not be allowed to die at the residence of the Marquis Protector of the State. Since Shiyu refuses to release him, then don't blame me for turning the entire residence of the Marquis Protector of the State upside down. Fetch me pen and paper. Chancellor, there is one more thing. What is it now? An honored guest has arrived. An honored guest? The Emperor. An urgent dispatch from Yu Yang. Does this Shiyu intend to rebel? Summon the daughter of the Marquis of Huaiyang, Marquis Protector of the State. Shiyu, for an audience. Isn't this the Shi family's niece? I saw you from afar just now. It truly is you.
Chancellor,
I heard that a few days ago, His Highness, Prince Jin accompanied you to the Lantern Festival and was injured in an ambush. Could it be that the Emperor intends to hold you accountable today?
reporting to my lord. Ziyu does not know.
The film
Miss
was
Shi,
translated and narrated
father
by
and I
M Media.
We're old acquaintances, colleagues once upon a time. The friction between you and Beluo, in our eyes, is nothing more than childish squabbling. Let your paternal uncle give you a piece of advice. It is better to be forgiving when one can.
Your lesson is well taken. It is just that your niece has not seen Miss Feng for many days. Why would you say such a thing?
I can overlook the matter regarding Beluo, but Juji is my only son. If you continue to act recklessly, there will be consequences. Otherwise, once you step inside these palace gates, and the Emperor is enraged in the Imperial Hall, leaving again will not be so easy.
Forgive your niece for being slow-witted. I do not understand the meaning of your words, Prime Minister.
Good. Very good. Then we shall see. We granted him 2 million in military provisions. Yet he suffers defeat after defeat. Now he dares to demand 5 million more in military provisions. Is this not a clear sign of rebellion? Shiyu, look at the fine work your father has done.
It has only been 3 months since he marched on Yuyang, and 2 million in provisions have been squandered. Now, he demands 5 million in a single breath. Never mind that the treasury cannot produce such a sum, even if it could. Marquis Shi has not won a single battle. How could the imperial court pay to feed such a band of remnants and defeated soldiers?
Your humble servant has long known that Marquis Shi harbored ulterior motives. When the Hu people invaded Yanmei all those years ago, had he not used illness as an excuse to evade his command, how could we have lost city after city? In my opinion, Marquis Shi must have colluded with the Hu people long ago, betraying his own country. Your Majesty, you must severely punish the crimes of this treacherous official. I implore your Majesty to punish him severely.
War is an expensive endeavor. Horses and blades are costly, consuming gold like dirt. Such expenses are understandable. As for the defeats, Marquis Shi has been away from the battlefield for a long time, and he needs time to adjust, which is only reasonable. Regardless of victory or defeat, the Hu people have never breached Yuyang. Have they?
Your Majesty, I have a report to submit. This is evidence found by the Bureau of Internal Affairs in Yuyang regarding the Marquis of Huaiyang, protector of the state, Marquis Shi, and his collusion with the Hu people, using military matters as a front to defraud the court of military provisions. Here are the full details and the evidence. Present it. In his correspondence, Marquis Shi conspired with the Hu people. As long as the Hu people do not break Yuyang, Marquis Shi can find reason to continuously demand funds from the court. These military provisions were split 50-50 between him and the Hu people, until the treasury was emptied, and the court could not provide a single copper coin more.
You lie.
This is treason. Hear our imperial decree. Feng Daoyan, take our divine martial guard. Head to Yuyang and bring Marquis Shi to justice. Confiscate the residence of the Marquis Protector of the state. Immediately cast the traitor's daughter, Shiyu, into the dungeon. Your humble servant accepts the decree. A blight upon this nation, it must be excised without delay. Your Majesty is wise.
Wait.
What else do you have to say? Though we granted the marriage between you two, the rites have not yet been performed. The affairs of the Shi family have nothing to do with you. Prince Jin, you have long been absent from court affairs. At a time like this, self-preservation is the wisest path.
Chancellor, since you have finished your report, then I, your subject, shall take this opportunity to submit a report of my own. Ting Dian. Chancellor Feng claims that Marquis Shi colluded with the Hu people, using the war as a pretext to embezzle military funds from the imperial court. The crown prince also noted that when Marquis Shi set out with his troops, the court allocated 2 million taels. Yet why is it that according to the chancellor's own ledger, the military funds amount to less than 500,000 taels?
You are spouting baseless accusations.
Military funds pass through only 2 hands, from the Ministry of Revenue to the Ministry of War, and all of it was arranged by you, Chancellor. The handwriting and the seals in that ledger also originated from the Chancellor's residence. Isn't this more credible than those letters of unknown origin from the Chancellor?
You are fabricating this out of thin air. This is a frame-up. Your Majesty, please investigate. The Chancellor's heart is known to the heavens. I beg your Majesty to investigate. Your Majesty, please investigate.
Since you claim, Chancellor, that the ledger is a fabrication, then what about this letter? Long before the Hu people reached Yuyang, they proactively sought peace with Great Sheng and drafted a peace treaty, sending an envoy to negotiate. Why is it that as soon as the peace envoy entered the capital, he vanished without a trace? And why did this letter appear in Chancellor Feng's residence?
Preposterous. I, this Chancellor, have never seen any such peace treaty. Bring it forward at once.
Your Majesty, I beg your majesty to investigate this matter and restore my father's honor and clear the name of the Sai family.
It seems that the one who colluded with the Hu people was not Marquis Xi, but the Chancellor himself. The military supplies for the campaign were only 500,000. No wonder Marquis Xi had to petition for silver.
This is stamped with the state seal of Northern Hu. Intercepting and killing the peace envoy and concealing the peace treaty letters. Only your Chancellor's residence could accomplish such a feat. The evidence is ironclad. Feng Dalian, you truly are the fine Chancellor we have raised. Your subject. With the evidence in black and white, what else is there to say? You speak only empty words. You know neither the height of the heavens nor the depth of the earth, daring to usurp imperial authority. What do you take us for? What do you take Great Shang for? Do you see it as a plaything of your Feng family? Your Majesty. Your Majesty. I am innocent. Your Majesty. There are hidden circumstances in this matter. Your Majesty, please calm your anger. Silence. You were guilty of deceiving the Emperor and sowing chaos in the court. You deserve the death penalty. Guards, strip Feng Dalian of his official robes. Throw him into the imperial prison to await execution. Exterminate his entire clan. Your Majesty, your humble servant is innocent. There is a hidden story behind this. Your Majesty, please calm your anger. Dismiss the court. Court is dismissed.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
My thanks.
Enter. Everything has been found.
It is all here.
To think there really was a peace treaty.
Feng Dalian wanted to use the war to line his own pockets. He has been colluding with the Hu for years, cooking the books to siphon off military funds. Now that Feng Juju has gone missing, for the sake of his only son and his own interests, the Chancellor may resort to desperate measures and throw the situation into chaos.
The Emperor has never concerned himself with the partisan squabbles of his courtiers, but with the Empire in peril, his sole focus is preserving his throne. By making peace with the Hu, this Feng Dalian, for the sake of his military funds, actually dared to suppress the peace treaty, touched his sorest spot. Even the gods cannot save him now.
Indeed.
My thanks, Your Highness, Prince Jin.
I gave you my word long ago. Should that which you seek be forbidden by the world, even if it means my utter destruction, I will do it for you.
But what if my deeds are heinous crimes, intolerable under heaven?
If you have killed 999 men, and your hand begins to tremble, Chiyu, this 1001, I shall kill for you.
It is you. Why have you come?
I had not intended to come. But after reading the records from the raid on the Chancellor's mansion, I could not hold back. I have come to see the Prime Minister off.
The film was translated and narrated by M.
What is it you wish to say?
500,000 in gold. 10 million in silver. Antique paintings and calligraphy, properties and fertile land. And when the scattered bits are totaled up, it amounts to millions.
Your Majesty. In recent years, natural disasters have been frequent. Floods and droughts have plagued the lands. The common people have been left homeless and destitute. The court has already spent countless sums on disaster relief. On top of that, the imperial treasury has long been in deficit. The national treasury is becoming increasingly empty. We are now in a time of austerity that we can barely go on, no matter what. There is no surplus left to send to Yuyang, Your Majesty. We never intended to send any more funds to Yuyang anyway.
The wealth of our Prime Minister is truly staggering. The Chancellor's mansion is small, richer than the entire nation. The 16 prefectures of Yanyan, were they sold for this price?
Do not make such baseless accusations.
It is truly a case of meat, and one rot behind the Prime Minister's gate, while the frozen bones of the people litter the streets of Yuyang. With such an emperor and such a Prime Minister, how could Great Sheng not fall?
In these chaotic times, you must know how to survive. What would a naive girl like you know? Are you suggesting we should all be as obstinate as your father, striking like an egg against a rock, or a moth flying into a flame?
You are not fit to speak of my father. If not for him, would you, Feng Daoyan, be where you are today? You and that corrupt emperor. The two of you schemed together, repaying kindness with enmity, betraying the nation to save your own skin.
You truly have rebellious intentions. My judgment was not wrong after all. Marquis Shi was loyal and diligent his entire life. How could he have raised a daughter as bold as the heavens like you? I seek only to survive and amass wealth. You were guilty of regicide and rebellion. Yet you dare use your facade of a loyal official to lecture this Prime Minister?
A fine argument. A truly excellent argument. The Emperor of Great Sheng, Zhao Hao.
The film was
He knows not good from evil,
and
nor
narrated
loyalty
by
from
M.
treachery.
Media.
He caused my father's death, slaughtered my entire Zai clan, and left me bereft of family and kin, dying in vain at Huaiyang. I have debased myself, nursing this family feud, casting away my soul and spirit, gambling with every lifetime, just to defy fate. I swear that I will not take Zhao Hao's life. If I do not save the Zai clan, I am not worthy of being human. The cold bones of loyalists lie buried 1,000 miles away, while the tyrant feasts and dances in the Golden Throne Hall. How could I ever allow him to live?
You truly are insane.
Proceed, then. Prime Minister.
Though this Prime Minister dies today, I have no regrets. In the next life, be it fire or boiling oil, I shall be waiting in the underworld for Marquis Shi.
No need for you to worry. Whether by divine retribution or in hell, I, Zu, shall bear the burden.
Wait. My son, Juji. Is he still alive?
I shall bury you with your son.
Juji.
The film was translated and narrated by M Media.
Why are you here?
The weather has turned cold. I feared you would freeze. Why are you crying?
Zhao Huaiju. You say the people of Great Sheng are prosperous.